Alright guys, our Premier League game week 4 team of the week. A lot of players had a fantastic performance in this week. I mean, a lot of players that is so difficult for us to pick, but we have to pick it. It actually makes us to change our formation. So our formation for this week is 3-4-3 formation. As you can see, most of midfielders were fantastic this week. Even people, those ones that their club lose or draw, they were fantastic, right? So there's no way we are going to ignore their individual performance. So like I said, it's 3-4-3 formation. In goal, we start with Donnarumma. So many goalkeepers gave their all, like Chelsea goalkeeper Robert Sanchez was fantastic. I mean, it was the reason why Chelsea didn't lose that game against Brentford. Vicario of Tottenham was phenomenal. I mean, a lot of goalkeeper was fantastic, but we picked Donnarumma to be in goal today because that was his first game, his debut for Manchester City, his first game in the Premier League, but he was fantastic. He made a lot of fantastic save. I mean, there was this brilliant save that Mboma could have scored, but Donnarumma being that tall goalkeeper, huge goalkeeper, I mean, the goalkeeper who always make himself so big between the sticks, he was able to prevent that strike from Mboma. I mean, it was the reason why City finished that game clean sheet. Reason why United, one of the reasons why United didn't score in that game. So Donnarumma in goal, right? So we move to our three centre backs. A lot of players was phenomenal in their centre backs for their club, despite their club conceding. But I mean, it's going to be a difficult selection in this week Premier League best 11, right? You can as well drop your opinion on the comment section. Who do you think should have made this list, or who do you think should have not been in this list? So we move on to the three centre back. Arsenal, Christian Masquera. I mean, this guy was phenomenal. I mean, Nottingham Forest looked so lazy. That was not because they are not giving their all, but because of the fantastic defense, four-man defense of Arsenal. I mean, in the absence of Saliba, Masquera was phenomenal. He was able to fill in that gap. He was able to fill in that space left by injured Saliba. I mean, I was watching him. I was like, Arsenal has one of the best centre back in the Premier League right now. I mean, imagine Saliba not playing, their new signing, Piero Hincapié not playing, and Masquera and Gabriel was able to solidify that defense. I mean, Christian Masquera deserve to be in this week best 11. The second centre back there is Mickey van der Ven for Tottenham Hotspur. Mickey was excellent. He was fantastic for Tottenham. Not just this game, throughout this Premier League games. 4 games now. Mickey, if you are watching Tottenham Hotspur game, Mickey is one of their best centre back right now. Despite his young age, he has proven that he could be the partner for Christian Romero in that Tottenham centre back. So completing our 3-man defense is another Arsenal defender. I mean, Jurriel Timber is play as Arsenal right wing back in that game against Nottingham Forest, but his contribution to Arsenal finishing that game clean sheet, I mean, his contribution going forward for Arsenal, I mean, I cannot bring this best Premier League best 11 week game week 4 without Jurriel Timber. I mean, without recognizing the impact of this guy. That is why I had to put him as one of the 3 centre back in our 3-4-3 formation. I mean, like I said, a lot of players gave their all. Even the people that lost and the people that drew their game, I mean, they gave their all. The likes of Trevoh Chalobah for Chelsea put in one of the best performance, despite his team conceding 2 goals against Brentford. But he was part of the reason why Chelsea finished that game with 1 point. I mean, a lot of players, Manchester City players, a lot of players. I mean, Fulham player was. I mean, they gave their all. Newcastle player, defenders gave their all. But like I said, you can as well on the comment section put down the players you think should have made this Premier League best 11 game week 4, and the players you think should have not been on this list. I mean, this is my own list. You can put down your own on the comment section. So moving on the midfield area, another Arsenal player makes this list. I mean, Arsenal was fantastic at the weekend against Nottingham Forest. A lot of their players put a fantastic, phenomenal performance, which I will be very, very biased if I didn't recognize their impressive performance, right? But I mean, moving on, Zubimendi made this list. There is no way nobody will have Premier League game week 4 best 11 without Zubimendi. I mean, this guy, I mean, his first season at Arsenal, but he was looking as if he has played the whole 6 or 5 season with Mikel Arteta. I mean, fantastic performance for Arsenal against Nottingham Forest. He had 2 goals. His first goal was out of this world, in contention for the best goal of the game week 4 Premier League week. Right, another player partnering him in that central defensive midfielder and central midfielder is Moses Caicedo of Chelsea. I mean, like I said most of the team lost and most of the team draw their game this week, but you can never fail to, I mean, recognize the impact of some of their individual players. Moses Caicedo was, I mean, this guy, every week he proved to be, I mean, the best central defensive midfielder in the Premier League and in the whole world. I mean, this is not being biased, but if you're a football fan, if you are a Premier League fan, I mean, if we are not seeing the impact of Moses Caicedo in Chelsea Enzo Maresca team, I mean, you are just being biased. Let's just call a spade a spade. You don't know football. I mean, Moses Caicedo, impressive performance against Brentford. I mean, score one of the contender for the goal of the week. With that, his goal that could have been a winning goal for Chelsea, that could have secured 3 points for Chelsea, if not the poor performance at the end of that game from Chelsea defense. I mean, Moses Caicedo could have secured Chelsea all 3 points. Man of the match in that game for Chelsea. Moving on, for players who I think was the reason why I decided to select this 3-4-3 as the formation for this week. Lucas Bergvall from Tottenham Hotspur. I mean, this Swedish midfielder was exceptional for Tottenham Hotspur. I mean, he's beginning to show Thomas Frank that, I mean, he could be one of the key players for him. I mean, to bring back Tottenham Hotspur as one of the big six in the Premier League. I mean, got a goal and an assist, I think, for Tottenham Hotspur in that game. Was the reason why Tottenham Hotspur had an impressive game this game week 4. I mean, completing that midfield is none other than Papi Matassa of Tottenham Hotspur as well. Papi Matassa could have been possibly be our winger in this formation, but we have another impressive players in that wings, and we cannot just ignore what this young man, the performance he put on for Tottenham Hotspur. He got a goal, but not just his goal. His overall performance for Tottenham Hotspur was impressive. Moving on to our 3-man attack in this formation, our players like Jeremy Doku of Manchester City. He obviously is our left wing forward winger in this formation. I mean, he was impressive. Got 2 assists in that game. I mean, not just 2 assists. He was a nightmare for Manchester United. Right wing back. I mean, Luke Shaw will not forget. I mean, will not forget that game, this Premier League game week 4 in a short time. I mean, Jeremy Doku was a nightmare for him. I mean, he toyed with Luke Shaw, and that is why we cannot just ignore him being in this Premier League best 11 for game week 4. Right, another player completing that wing is Antoine Semenyo of Bournemouth. This guy, starting from last season, his form for last season, he was able to, bring it up to this season. So far so good for Bournemouth. He is obviously their best player this season. He is phenomenal for Bournemouth. They won their game 2-1. It was part of the reason why they won that game. Right? Also part of the reason Bournemouth is doing so well this season. So our striker for this week is none other than the bully himself, Erling Braut Haaland. a striker who tormented Manchester United this game week 4. I mean, United and Ruben Amorim will not forget the threat, the tormentor of Erling Haaland for their team in this Premier League game week 4. I mean, Erling Haaland gave impressive performance, 2 goals that secure all 3 points for Pep Guardiola, Manchester City. Defensive wise, he was able to, I mean, make sure that United didn't score in that game. I mean, impressive, impressive. So this is our 3-4-3 formation and the players that fill in this formation. So we will never conclude this without the coach of the week and the coach for this formation, which is Tottenham Hotspur coach Thomas Frank. So far so good. He has been able to be restoring Tottenham Hotspur glory days. I mean, after taking over from Angel, he has shown that what he has been doing at Brentford is not just a fluke. I mean, impressive start to his Tottenham new job this season. I mean, he is fantastic. He is doing a fantastic work. So, like I said, let's know which player do you think should have not made this list and which player do you think should have made this list on the comment section. Let's hear your opinion and watch out for our Premier League best player of the game week 4. We'll bring you on this channel. Subscribe, share the video. I mean, if you think we are doing an amazing job, just smash that like button to, I mean, appreciate us and encourage us.